Hello everyone, my name is Rebecca. Welcome back to my channel. Today we are doing my March bullet journal setup. So for this one, there is a lot of chaos, to be honest. I started out really wanting to do this kind of Dutch door situation. My goal was to do a plant type theme and incorporate clovers. So I had this quote that says, "The reason why so many people never get anywhere in life is because when opportunity knocks, they are out in the backyard looking for four-leaf clovers." And I think this is a good reminder to myself to really focus on what I want to be doing throughout the month of March and not get distracted by things that I think might be lucky or might work out when I have like a definite path ahead of me. So I just did that quote and then added a simple little clover on the bottom. And on the other side, I had planned to do this sort of window situation. And I'm gonna kind of move through this part really quickly because it ends up changing. So I had drawn out this whole plant situation and then done a bunch of outlining and stuff on it and realized I really did not like it at all. I think maybe it could have looked good if I had done watercolor. Not to say it really looks bad, but I just was not happy with it whatsoever. So I ended up kind of leaving it and moving on to the next page. So I started to color in these block letters that I had done for March on the next page, but that were shown through onto the front. And I was really happy with how these letters turned out. I thought they looked really good where they were and everything. But those do end up going, unfortunately, in the end, because I just couldn't find a way to make them work with what I was doing after the fact. This color looks almost black. It is a very dark green. I think the lighting is a little weird because it was a cloudy day and I had to have my light right over it, so it kind of distorted the color a little bit. So if you want to see the true colors, you might have to go over to my Instagram. I did try to color correct a little bit in Adobe Premiere Pro, but I could only do so much. So yeah, go check out at Shop R100Red on Instagram if you want to see some better lighting photos of what this spread actually looks like. I decided to do this little banner of clovers up at the top. I think it turned out pretty cute, and I used just a couple different colored greens there, and same thing with the lettering for the days of the week, just a couple different color greens from my King Art dual tip brush pens. And then I used a glittery gel pen from King Art to do, I think, the banner as well as the numbers for the days of the month. And I'm adding just a little pop of washi tape down at the bottom with these little clovers on it. And this is when I really decided I hated that cover page. I had even done a little bit on the habits page on the opposite side, but I really did not like it and decided to change it. So I just took this scrapbook paper that looks kind of like craft paper and I just covered it up completely. I tried to color in the window gray, hoping it would look better. I was going to add a background when I was like, no, you just don't like it, so let's cover it up. And look at how much better it looks already. I just like the look of a clean slate, you know? It was not making me happy, and so I fixed it. I did use my little corner rounder to round out the corners so it kind of blends in with the book better. And I like the more simplistic approach I decided to go with. That's somebody's phone ringing. I hope this doesn't pick that up. And this is when I realized I think the letters also are going to have to go. So I cut those off, and I really tried my best to try to find someplace else to utilize these letters, but it just wasn't happening. So I, made the other page to cover up what I had started with the habits and to kind of even out this calendar page. It really did look kind of weird with having like one little craft paper side and the March lettering, especially without the Dutch door situation going on. So we fixed that. It came out a little crooked, but that's all right. Here's me thinking I could use the March lettering elsewhere, and even cutting out that M to try to fit it in on the calendar page. I thought I could use these letters as my title up at the top, but they were just a little bit too long because I hadn't made them to fit in that space. I had made them to go along the side. So yeah, I kind of decided to ditch that idea, and despite my best effort, I tossed those to the side. And then I kind of moved on to the habits page. So I used that little scrap piece that I had cut off the edge to make some little calendar shaped grids so that I could track my habits that way, because adding the craft paper took off all the dots, so I didn't have anywhere to really make little calendars. So I just kind of went with the scraps. And I also found this stamp that I had and some stickers that I'm using. And I'm also going to add a bit of washi tape to this page as well, keeping it very, very simple. And this is when I went back to that cover page and decided to use some stickers to spell out March and add a little bit of washi tape along the bottom. I was kind of all over the place with this one. I usually like to keep it in order of like what pages I've worked on, but I was just so all over the place. And then I decided to add this circle and make a little like wreath with little clovers coming off of it. I wanted to keep it simple but still cute, so we just went for this. And then this is the sort of final result, and in a bit better lighting, so you can get a better idea of, actually it's not really better lighting, but you get the idea of what everything looked like. And thank you so much for watching. I will see you in my next video. Bye!